What's up, guys? I'm XenoHeart13. Welcome back to the channel. And as I know, back-to-back videos, who does that? But anyway, just wanted to give you like a little bit of a thing saying that I'm now doing a top 10 list of my most anticipated movies of 2023. I'm really hoping that you look forward to it. So, and enough with the delays. That's why I put the intro in the beginning. We're going to start doing my most anticipated movies of 2023. Let's start off with number 10. Number 10 is The Evil Dead Rise. This one, I don't know if I even wanted to really put this on the list because the last good Evil Dead movie that I watched, I think, came out in 2012. I'm not 100% sure what year that was, but it was the movie about, like, the cabin and the guy with the glasses who never really seemed to die. It was amazing. And then they find the Necronomicon, all that stuff. But from the trailer of the new Evil Dead Rise, it looks so good with the mother getting possessed and all that stuff. And it just looks so promising to watch this. And I cannot wait to actually officially watch it. And I think it's coming out. When is this officially coming out? I got all of it written down here in my little cheat sheet right here. This is officially coming out on the 21st of April. April 21st, 2023. So Evil Dead Rise. And honestly, how long has it been since we got a really good, scary horror movie? I'm talking about like gut-wrenching. Like I'm talking about like you cover your eyes with your blanket type scary. This has the makings to be that scary, my dudes. Check it out in theaters this coming April. Number 9. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. This one is releasing June 30th, 2023. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why did Indiana Jones make this list? Well, let me tell you. Huge fan of Indiana Jones. Big fan. Well, most people have their Star Wars and their Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter and all that stuff. I was watching Indiana Jones, you know what I'm saying? I loved like the whoosh, like the whip guy, you know what I'm saying? Harrison Ford plays a great Indiana Jones. Also, some people have their 007. Well, you know what? This is my 007. This is my James Bond. Indiana Jones is my James Bond, you know what I'm saying? Can't go wrong with it. Cannot. Absolutely not. Whoever says that, you're absolutely wrong. But now, I don't remember actually what happened since it's been a while, like a long ass time, since I've actually watched the old movies. But I do know that according to what I remember, the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull kind of ended on a cliffhanger and stuff like that, and a lot of fans were not really satisfied with how it ended. So I think that's why they're going to be doing this one, and I believe that. From what I remember, this is Harrison Ford's last role as Indiana Jones. So they're probably going to send him off with a proper bang. Probably not like James Bond, sorry, in the new 007, No Time to Die. I didn't watch that one, but I know that one kind of had an emotional one because that was Daniel Craig's last role as, Agent 7, James Bond and stuff like that. So this one is going to be stretching up to be a very good Indiana Jones movie. And we haven't had a really good, like the last really good Indiana Jones movie that I watched was The Temple of Doom. That was a while ago. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny lands on my list at number 9. Number 8, this one's probably not going to really be on everyone's list. Hell, it's probably not even going to be in your honorable mentions, but I'm putting it on there because I still enjoy the series. Even though Paul Walker is, not there anymore. But judging from that, you already know. Number 8 on my list is Fast X. Now, the reason why I have this one on my list is because I stuck with this series since day one. Even though some of the stuff in the movie is kind of ridiculous, a small bit, and somewhat unrealistic, but it just looks so promising. It looks promising. From what we've been told about it. We haven't got an official trailer for it yet. We have not. But I know that Fast X is releasing May 19th. And from what I remembered reading about a recent thing on Instagram, Vin Diesel shared that the first official trailer for Fast X, and also I just want to let you guys know, what Universal should have done is called Fasten Your Seatbelts. All I'm saying, fasten your seatbelts. Fasten your seatbelts. you had an opportunity right there. But either way, it's fine either way. But I know that Jason Momoa is going to be playing the villain of this one, just like John Cena was in the last one. So the only downfall about this one is that in Fast X, they weren't able to bring back The Rock to play Hobbs again. So that's something. So I'm really looking forward to how they're going to be doing this. And if you remember from the ending of F9, they brought back Brian's car. So I'm kind of curious about how, because I heard that they're going to be doing like some weird CGI stuff to try to bring Paul Walker back, and so we can have Brian back for the finale, because Vin Diesel and Paul Walker were the two ones that made Fast and the Furious. So really looking forward to that. Fast 10 is releasing in May. Number 7 is The Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. This one, I remember the last Hunger Games that I watched, I believe it came out in when did this release? I think 2016, 2018, 2015. The Mockingjay Part 2. Now, I'm a sucker when it comes to the Hunger Games, okay? I fell in love with it from the first one because of Katniss and, Jennifer Lawrence and, her performance of Katniss, and Josh Hutcherson with his performances, Peter, and, it was Peeta Mellark, that's what his name was. Now, this is a prequel story, of course. It's happening. This one is releasing on November 17th of this year, 2023. But I'm really looking forward to this one because, like I said, it's a prequel, and I'm really looking forward to how all the districts became sort of separated and all that stuff, and how I don't know if they're going to be talking about the first annual Hunger Games or something like that. I just know that they're going to be doing the earliest, I think it takes place 10 years after the events of the first Hunger Games. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, I don't mind. But either way, I'm looking forward to it because I like the Hunger Games series, just like with the Fast and the Furious series. Might as well watch it, looking forward to it. Alright, number 6. Now, this one was really hard. I wanted to put this more further down because I'm really looking forward to this one more than probably any of the other movies, but there's a lot more, you'll see the reasons why. There's a lot of also heavy hitters when it comes down to that one. But all I'm saying is just that, so number 6 is John Wick Chapter 4. For that one, I officially, put that one down here because there was a lot of other ones, but I recently watched chapters 1, 2, and 3 for the very first time, and originally I heard some really good things about it, but it wasn't really my take to be to just base it off everybody else's stuff and about hyping up John Wick. So I wanted to make sure that if it actually lived up to the hype, and boy did it do it. Did. John Wick Chapter 4 is going to be probably the best action movie that we're going to be getting next year. There's probably no movie that can even compete with that. I'm just saying. I don't care what movie you can come up with. I don't think any movie is going to be compared to John Wick Chapter 4 in terms of the action stuff. In terms of the action portion of it, nothing's comparing to it. Because literally, I'm so curious about it and see what they're going to be having Keanu Reeves, John Wick, do in order to be creative with his kills again in this one. I'm looking forward to it. Literally from the first, second, and third one. I only wanted to watch the first one to see how it was, and then I ended up getting hooked, and I literally binge watched it, and I ended up staying up until 7 in the morning watching all 3 of them. I started at 12 or I think 1 o'clock, and I ended up staying up until 7 in the morning watching all the John Wicks. It was amazing. I'm glad I did it because now I'm really, really pumped up for John Wick Chapter 4 releasing in March 24th, 2023. So yeah, that's amazing. Alright, now we're down to our top 5. Now this one, like I said with the game, I did put this one in order that, from least to most. Number 5, Scream 6. Now, the reason why this one is not really more further up is because I had heard that the actress who played Sidney Prescott, Neve Campbell, she, like, due to a dispute about, like, money or something, like, she's not going to be making an appearance in this movie at all, hopes for Scream 7. But that's honestly fine, because honestly, I recently, not really recently, more so around like March of 2022, I bought the entire Scream collection and I rewatched all of them, including the 5th one, even though I already watched it in theaters in January, you know, it was fine. But yeah, Neve Campbell as Sidney Prescott does an amazing job as a final girl, just like with Laurie Strode in the Halloween series, makes a great, you know, Scream queen, you know, absolutely. So either way, both of them are final girls, but we've already had, with Halloween Ends that came out last October, you know, we now have Sidney Prescott, you know, hoping to be doing, like, get her stuff, well worth, because she's well worth the money. Like, do your damn job, you damn thing. Pay Neve Campbell what she's worth. She's made this series. So hopefully in Scream 7, we're going to be getting what we want. But honestly, one of the reasons why I'm really looking forward to Scream 6 is because it's taking place outside of Woodsboro. And it's taking place in New York. And it's kind of, I want to say it's probably going to give me vibes like Jason Takes Manhattan type thing. So it's going to be different. But either way, you know, I'm really looking forward to this one because it's a different approach. It's a different approach. They're bringing back some people from the 5th movie. I know they're bringing back, I forgot what her name was, but I think she was in Scream 3 or 4. She was a survivor in that one, but I'm glad they're bringing, like, old survivors back. Looking forward to it. And honestly, Ghostface takes over New York. Who does not want to see that? So yeah, Scream 6 takes my spot at number 5. Number 4, another horror movie. It just recently came out, and I've already watched it twice. So technically this one shouldn't really be on my most anticipated, but technically I wanted to get this video out there before 2023 actually happened, but I didn't get it. So this one was kind of late. So we're just going to pretend like I didn't watch it. And that one is Megan. This one, I'm so glad that I saw it. It's really good. It's not really so much like horror, because the horror aspect of the movie doesn't really sink in until around like the 3rd act of the movie. In terms of all of it though, it's a really good movie all around. I definitely recommend that you watch it in theaters if you have not watched it in theaters yet. But with it, I definitely recommend that you just go ahead and watch it. Go watch it in the theaters, and I definitely recommend that you buy it at home if it, like, as soon as it becomes available to do Fandango at home or video on demand or something else like that. Yeah, Megan is definitely well worth it, because Child's Play 2019 did not do it for me, but this one definitely does it, like, for me, times times 30 of the last good Chucky movie that I watched, which was Seeds of Chucky. But yeah, in terms of like a new type killer doll movie, James Wan outdid himself. You know, who wouldn't want James Wan doing it? You know, he made Annabelle, you know, straight up, you know, the movie, not the actual doll. That's something else entirely. But I'm super glad that Megan is doing as good as it is in theaters, because it's well worth it. And it's just so good. I'm definitely planning on owning it as soon as it comes out on video on demand. I'm looking forward to that. But either way, you know, looking forward to it. Looking forward to buying it and all that stuff. And you should be looking forward to watching it. If you haven't gotten your tickets, Megan tickets available now. Go to the theater, stop watching this video. You can come back to it, pause, go to the theater and watch it, and then tell me what you think down in the comments below. All right? Megan is worth it. Number 3, the Super Mario Brothers movie. Yahoo! That one made it on this list because oh my god, Illumination is doing it, and you know their representation, the word, their their history of making movies. You know, they made some really good ones, from like Minions, Despicable Me, all that good stuff. You know, and especially Sing. They also made Sing. I think I forgot about that one. Yeah, so they also made the Sing, and that one did phenomenal back in 2021. Phenomenal. Super Mario Brothers, though, they have like an amazing cast. They have Chris Pratt playing Mario, which is kind of meh, because I don't think he's going to be doing the Italian voice like the woohoo or yahoo, something else like that. I'm so sorry that you had to listen to that. You did not deserve that. I'm so sorry. But as far as it, like, you know, I forgot who's playing Luigi, but I know Donkey Kong is being played by, I think, who's playing Donkey Kong? I think it was like Seth Rogen, I think, is playing Donkey Kong, and Jack Black is playing Bowser. That's one of the biggest reasons why I'm actually super thrilled to actually watch it. Like, you know, the voice of Kung Fu Panda is playing Bowser, and I don't know if you've checked out the trailer for it yet, but the Super Mario Brothers movie is looking up to be so good. They're implementing aspects from pretty much every game. I'm looking forward to it. And they also have Anya Taylor-Joy playing Princess Peach, and Keenan, I think, or Key from Key and Peele, playing Toad and stuff like that. So looking forward to this one. This one releases, I think, in April 7th, 2023. Okay, we're down to our top two. Number 2 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. This one, I'm so sad that it did not make my number 1 spot, but you'll see the reason why as soon as I name off my number 1. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, especially this one, with what James Gunn is doing with it. Apparently it's going to be the last time we're going to see this official lineup of Guardians. And that honestly kind of hits a little bit, because that means either 1, 2, or maybe even a few of the Guardians members this time is going to bite the bullet. My guess, personally, I'm thinking that it's probably either going to be Drax or Rocket. And I only bring up Drax because, according to an IGN report that I read, Guardians 3 is Batista's last Marvel movie, like, in now. Because he doesn't want to be known as like a Marvel character, I guess. He wants to do more serious roles, I guess, even though he does a perfect Drax. My first choice of definitely who thinks is going to be leaving as far as the Guardians of the Galaxy is definitely going to be Rocket, because I heard that this is going to be Rocket's origin story. I really hope I'm wrong, and I really hope Rocket doesn't die, but I know I'm going to be bawling my eyes out in the theater if I see that little raccoon die in the theater, you know what I'm saying? But he better be going out fighting, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and I know it's going to hit everyone close to home. So Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Volume 3, makes my number 2 spot, and that one comes out May 5th, 2023. Looking forward to that one. Before I reveal my number 1 spot, of course, just want to let you guys know my number. An honorable mention that I wanted to bring up is Saw X. That one is releasing October 27th, 2023. The reason why I bring up Saw X, initially, I don't know if I even wanted to really put this on the list but at the same time, maybe it's just me, but in 2021, I loved Spiral. I love Chris Rock. Hopefully we get like another adaptation to that one, like Spiral 2 and stuff like that, because I want to see more of Chris Rock's story. You know, I really want to see more of that. But either way, you know, with Chris Rock and stuff like that and his story, I feel like it really reimagined how good the Saw franchise can actually be. Because Jigsaw, that one was okay, but not as good as Spiral. I think my all-time favorite one is still probably Saw 2. I definitely love that one probably the most out of the whole series. But Spiral is definitely a close number 2nd or even 3rd one for that one. And they're also bringing back Tobin Bell to reprise his role as John Kramer in the movie, and his Jigsaw and stuff like that. I think that this one's taking place in between 1 and 2, according to what I have heard. But yeah, either way, I'm looking forward to it. It's not as big as any of the other movies on this list, but I am looking forward to it, because right now there's not really a movie that's coming out in October that I'm really looking forward to. as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, Saw 10, just like Fast 10, is coming out in October. Now, back on with the number one spot, and the reason why Guardians didn't make this list is because of this movie, and that is SpiderMan Across the Spider-Verse. And let me tell you the reason why this one made my number one list. I kind of had low expectations for the animated Spider movie. I know, blasphemy of the highest friggin' degree. But boy, was I so glad when I was wrong. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was such an amazing movie. Heartwarming all around, you know, so good. I absolutely loved the animated style. It would look so good. It felt kind of 3D at some point, but either way, that was still fine. It was still good. It was still amazing. But as far as I'm concerned with that, you know, it's either way, it really is really good, because I'm looking forward to it, because I love Spider-Man. It's like, he's literally my favorite, like, hero in the MCU right now, aside from, you know, Robert Downey Jr., you know, Iron Man, you know. I was going to say Tony Hawk, but that's completely different. I forgot. It's weird that, you know, I forgot exactly Tony, damn it. Wow, I feel like a fake Iron Man fan now. I don't know. But either way, you know, I know his name is like, you know, Tony and stuff like that. But either way, you know, Spider-Man and Across the Spider-Verse, I'm really looking forward to it because of all the other Spider-Man, and I'm really hoping that they implement another Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire thing, just like with No Way Home animated version. Could you imagine that? And animate Tom Holland Spider-Man into there as well, meeting up with Miles Morales. That'd be so dope. And and the third movie is called Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. So imagine this. Imagine if, like, in this one, in the post-credit scene, you see a real-life Miles Morales interacting with Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Exactly, right? Looks amazing. It's probably going to be amazing. But we'll just have to wait and see for the Beyond the Spider-Verse. But Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse releases... When does this one release? June 2nd. June 2nd of 2023. This month. I'm looking forward to this movie. And you can better believe it that I'm going to be there day one to watch this movie. But either way, those were my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2023. If you haven't checked out the list for my top 10 most anticipated games of 2023, you can check them out on my channel, you know, or by clicking the bell, you know, to get notified when I upload it, whichever one gets uploaded first, because I'm going to be uploading them at the same time. You know what I'm saying? But either way, I'm looking forward to it. But either way, let me know down in the comments below what movies that you're looking forward to this year, and I'll try to get to them too, you know, either way. Also, another honorable mention that I just want to mention, Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey. That one's releasing in February. Kind of weird, you know. Horror movie Winnie the Pooh. It shows promise, alright? I'm weird. I like a lot of stuff, you know. But either way, those are my top 10 lists. Look forward to my next series. Not 100% sure what series of games I'm going to be doing, but I'm pretty sure I'll figure it out. But either way, I'm ZeroHeart13, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Have a happy 2023. Later, guys.